All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Echad Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone. Shalom to the elect pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, with the hope of receiving mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the scriptures. I want to make it known that the RFID microchip is the charagma written about in Revelation 13, verse 16 on down, which is the MOTB. The miracle jug is the precursor to the MOTB. Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus, is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment, as it is written. So I want to jump straight into this lesson dealing with the famine of the word, because this was one of the topics that we went into Tuesday at camp, because people believe that the world in which they're seeing now it's gonna be that way forever, yo. But no, and one of the signs of that change is when the Lord remove his servants from the highways and byways. And at that time, the servants of the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is gonna be sealed, yo. Because it's a great destruction being held back due to the sealing of the elect, yo, and the plagues are already sent. So just imagine when the Lord remove the hearing of his words out in the highways and byways, yo, the chief place of concourse where Israel can come up and ask questions. What does this mean? What does that mean? Show me in the scriptures why you say that we are the Israelites. Show me in the scriptures where it say God is black. You know? And going into the scriptures and showing it using edification is through the scriptures to show you these points. But it's going to come a time in which you're not going to be able to ask certain questions, yo, because when this message was freely given, yo, you weren't taking heed unto the message being declared, you know. As it is written in Matthew 22, you made light of it when the Lord sent his servants to be there to the marriage, yo. You made light of the warning. You made light of the trumpet being sound. And this is what the Lord is about to do in these last days, yo. This is Amos 8, verse 11. It said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And just to show you how serious this is, the Lord make sure specify which famine I'm talk about, yo. So some might read this and believe that a famine of bread won't be here, yo. But in that time when the Lord has pulled the word from your ears, yo, a famine is going to be upon the land, yo. And that is going to be one of the signs that you know that that a prophet had been amongst you, because we have been declaring the famine to come, yo, telling you about the food shortages and telling you that this famine is engineered by the global elite, yo, who is under the control of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And the reason why we know this is because the Lord revealed his secrets on these servants and prophets. That's why we're out there warning you. As it is written in Ezekiel 3, so the Lord sent us to give you a warning from him, yo. Him set us up as watchmen to declare these things in the ears. But what? People don't regard these words, yo. Verse 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgin and the young man faint for thirst. What's that thirst them faint for, yo? The words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because this is what I build us up, yo. This is what we're drinking now, which is this water. That's why it is written in, I want to say, Isaiah 55, verse 1. Let's see. It's how everyone that thirsteth, come eat to the water, and he that had no money, come eat and buy and eat. Yea, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. And this is why we're out there on the highways and byways now, yo, as it is written in Proverbs 1 verse 20. So wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, O long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. The Lord goes far as say, He's not gonna make him words known unto you, yo. He's not gonna pour out his spirit unto you. And what the Lord's spirit did unto us is bring us back to life, yo. As our Lord Yahweh Shai said, the word that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. This word bring us back to life. When I read Revelation about them dead bodies, you see me? When the spirit of the Lord went to come upon them, yo, great fear fell upon those that saw them. And that's what's being done now. We are being risen up before the face of our adversaries, declaring the judgment to come, yo. So our people is gonna be I got thirst for this knowledge in the time to come. Because as it is written in Ezekiel 33, verse 33, that and when this come to pass, what come to pass, yo? Sedition, civil unrest, chaos in the streets, the lack of food in the streets, you know, nuclear war breaking out around the world, World War III, you know, devastating earthquakes and floods and storms. Lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. So at that time, them will go wander from sea to see the word of the Lord and shall not find it, not knowing that right now the Lord is showing mercy in this grace period, yo. Because now then the Lord is holding back this destruction, as it is written in Revelation 7. I'm going to start at verse 1. And after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. What's that wind, yo? What's that wind being talked about? Let's get it. I want to say this is Isaiah 51. Hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness, yea, that seeketh the Lord. No, this is my bad. Jeremiah 51. My bad. Alright, this is Jeremiah 51, verse 1. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, behold, I will rise up against Babylon, and Babylon is America, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, and a destroying wind. That's the wind which Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is preparing, yo. Is him that sword being sharpened right now. That's why these countries around the world, Russia, North Korea, China, are all developing new military capabilities, yo. More so, new ICBMs to carry multiple nuclear warhead, yo. That's that wind the Lord is talking about, yo. And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let him so that yeah. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men. Destroy ye utterly all her host, And this is what the Lord is preparing, the destruction of America. And as I say, when these things start come to pass, people are gonna come to the realization of what we're saying is the truth, Not knowing that this destroying ruin is being prepared, So let's go back to Revelation. So this is back in Revelation 7. I'm going to read verse 1 once more. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And that wind couldn't talk about anything else but that this nuclear destruction, And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And what's that seal represent, You believing in Yahweh, That's the truth. And believing upon Yahweh come with a lot of things, Coming with the believing upon the promise. And just because the spirit just moves to go for it right away, This is Ephesians 1 verse 12. It said that we should be to the praise of his glory. Whose glory, Yahweh Shai, who first trusted in a Mashiach, in whom he also trusted after that he heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation. So this is what the elect is going to be sealed with, hearing the word of truth, the gospel of their salvation, in whom also after that he believed, he were sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise. This is what is going to be in the minds of the elect, that hope to be delivered, That's why we are the prisoners of hope. So going back to Revelation 7, what was that, verse 2? And it says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to earth the earth and the sea, because of the angels that work upon the minds of these leaders, And Daniel is supposed to give you a perfect example of that in the book of Daniel is supposed to get a perfect example of that, At one point, Michael, you see me? I declared it, Last will. We'll go into that one day. So let's continue. So it says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to earth, the earth and the sea, saying, earth, not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servant of our God in their forehead. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of the tribes of the children of Israel. And people fail to understand that, because the Lord is only dealing with Israel, And that large multitude where the scriptures speak about in Revelation, I want to say 7 verse 9. See me? Yeah, supposed to be 9. That great multitude is talking about Israelites coming from all these nations that they were scattered amongst you, looking evil as one of these nations. But people don't understand how serious a sign this word being preached is, not knowing the day that the Lord remove this word from off the highways and byways and off the internet highways, It's utter destruction coming, That's how serious this is. So this is edifying, We don't want to say Kalalal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, Shalom.